When the moon hits your eyes like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
Oh, wow.
I'm trying, right?
You need to audition for The Voice.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Good morning and thanks for tuning in at 23 ABC News at 6 a.m. I'm James Johnson. California's ongoing drought is leading to unlikely encounters between people and bears. One viral video showing a family of bears in Lake Tahoe with boaters and swimmers in the background. We have viral video this morning that you have to see to believe. Check this out. She's up at the Hoover Dam pouring water out of a water bottle, and the water goes up instead of down. Election day is finally here, and polling sites all across the country are now open, including here in Kern County. As you can see right behind me here at the elections office downtown, car after car are lining up, dropping off those ballots. It's pretty bad out here, as you can see right behind me. Traffic is just moving at a crawl this morning here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually move this camera around where you can just see just how slowly traffic is moving. Now, I was just caught in this traffic just a little while ago, and just to get this far, it took me quite some time. The new school year is quickly approaching, and a special event here in Kern County helped families get ready for back to school. There's a company that's now in the business of killing Pokemon called Looking Glass. Highway 58 remains closed at this very hour as crews continue to try and clean up that mess from last night. Now, if you want to take a look right behind me, you can actually see that the Kern County Fire Department, Caltrans, and the hazmat crews, they are still out here trying to clean up this mess. I'm downtown at the 97th Annual Veterans Day Parade being held here in downtown Bakersfield, and as you can see right behind me, you can just see how packed and how busy this parade is. Just last year, they had over 20,000 people actually watching this parade. We're live here in Tulare at the World Ag Expo, where it's the latest and greatest in farming technology. Now, I'm here with Doug Campbell with Multi-One, who's showcasing one of his tractors here. Doug, talk to us about this tractor and what it does. World Ag Expo in Tulare, where things are just getting ready to kick off. We're actually here at the arena where they're about to have their welcoming ceremony kick off. Now, just last year, there was 106,000 people that actually showed up to this expo, and it's a very big expo for people who are into the ag industry. This year, it being the 50th anniversary, there's going to be fireworks. There's going to be an actual tractor parade bringing you the very latest in farm technology. A Northern California mayor has been arrested at a youth camp on several charges, including at least one with a minor. Now, fire officials are still working to determine the cause of the Kilbreth fire that burned 23 acres near Bodfish. The fire started yesterday just before midnight. It's still a pretty active scene here as fire crews continue to battle that fire that started around 8 o'clock this morning, and as you can see, it is still burning at this very hour. Pretty active scene right now as fire crews are working to put out that fire. Just before 1 o'clock this morning, a Ford pickup truck, the one right behind me, crashed into this building, causing this whole entire shopping center to go up in flames. We just received new information from Bakersfield Police that they received a missing persons report Monday night of an elderly woman driving a white Honda CR-V. This may be the vehicle that they believe may be inside the canal right here behind me. As you can see, crews are still out here. They actually drained the canal to try to search for that truck. Now, crews have been out here since yesterday working very hard, searching for that vehicle and any passengers that may have been inside that vehicle. Now, officials say an eyewitness called around 7:30 yesterday morning saying a white truck had come through the intersection of Coffee and Truxtun before ending up in the canal. It's all about making a difference, and Give Big Kern has been going on all day, and you have until midnight tonight to give to one of these over 100 nonprofits. Now, I have Rachel Evie here with the Give Big Kern to kind of talk to us about this event and just kind of what it's all about. Yeah, that's right, Mike and Alex. First off, let's get some energy going on here. These are just some of the local nonprofits that are taking part in Give Big Kern today. And again, you can help out by donating either time or money. And let's talk to some of these nonprofits. We actually have Make-A-Wish right here. Talk to us about your nonprofit. If you're looking for a job, today is the day as the Job Fest is getting ready to kick off here at the Rabobank Convention Center. The doors opening up at 9 o'clock. Now, I'm here with Quan Louie. He's with Telehealth Docs to kind of talk to us about, you know, the benefits of coming to an event like this. A robbery happened here at this Tacos El Dorado Mexican restaurant. restaurant. Police, they were called out about 9:10 this morning, and once they arrived, they did see that there was evidence of a robbery that did take place. And once they got here, they found out they were looking for two separate suspects. They were described as black males in their 30s. Now, they were able to catch one of those suspects, but the other one is still on the loose, and they're actually working with the Kern County Sheriff's Department. As you can see right inside, you have the Bakersfield Police Department still talking to the people that work in this restaurant right now, trying to get more information.
This is KMTV 3 News Now, this morning.
Good morning, I'm James Johnson.
And I'm Emily Zink. Today is Tuesday, July 31st.
We continue to follow breaking news for you this morning on that active scene at Carter Lake.
Right now, first responders are carrying out a water rescue. 3 News Now reporter Shantae Passmore is live on the scene and has an update for us. Shantae, what can you tell us right now?
It's an issue that's causing a lot of debate. Talk over the new proposed juvenile justice center downtown continues this week. Community members met last night to discuss what they think of Douglas. President Trump's legal team is trying to work out the parameters for the president to sit down for an interview with special counsel Robert Mueller. The New York Times is reporting President Trump is pushing his lawyers to reach an agreement against their wishes so that he can testify. We'll get a reaction to the loss of longtime Douglas County District Court Judge Mark Ashford. He died at the age of 66. Ashford had been a county judge and district court judge since 1988. The sheriff's office tells us an attorney found Judge Ashford unresponsive at his desk in his chambers on the 4th floor of the courthouse just before 6 p.m. yesterday. An update now on the search for a missing University of Iowa student. Good afternoon, I'm James Johnson. Authorities now say the woman spotted at a truck stop in Kearney, Missouri was not Molly Tibbetts. Investigators looked over surveillance video after receiving a tip, and they have ruled out that possibility. Also new this midday, just moments ago, Molly's family held a press conference pleading for information. Her mom says she believes Molly is still alive. They continue to urge the public to call if they know anything. Weeds are pesky for any gardener, but some invasive plants grow out of control and damage local environments. One man in Maryland is offering a solution through art. Mola Lengi has our story. President Trump hosted the Italian Prime Minister at the White House, where the topic of conversation ranged from trade to the Middle East. They also discussed illegal immigration, and during a joint news conference, President Trump threatened a government shutdown if he does not see border security legislation. Mola Lengi has more. When it comes to the rules of the road, some people just don't obey them. 3 News Now traffic reporter Max Charlton has more on what's driving you crazy. A 10-year-old boy received a lot of encouragement from people he doesn't even know. Devon Turner is fighting a rare form of cancer on the roof of his mouth. Starting today, all public housing in the state and nationwide will be smoke-free. The new restrictions are meant to protect an estimated 2 million Americans living in public housing from secondhand smoke. 63 quilts are currently on display at the Sarpy County Museum in Bellevue. They are part of the Great Sarpy County Quilt Exhibit, an exhibit that highlights quilts made from people in the community and the stories behind them. I had a chance to check them out.
First quilt she ever made.
Walk through the Sarpy County Museum and you'll see all sorts of artifacts that share the rich history of Sarpy County. Among these pieces of history are quilts draped throughout the museum, made from members of the community for all to enjoy.
I like people to see what we can do with color and what we can do with fabrics.
Gwen Sinclair has been quilting since 1990 and has made well over 100 quilts. She has 4 of them in the exhibit this year, but her favorite, the one with the log cabin design.
This particular block, which is like this, is my favorite because it represents the home, like the red represents the chimney, and the strips around represent all the blocks or the logs that you put into your house.
Lorraine Carter says she's addicted to quilting because her quilts have made a difference in people's lives. She belongs to a group called Quilts for Kids out of Lincoln, a nonprofit dedicated to brightening the lives of children who are in the hospital.
And, some of the kids are in there for months, like the kids at Children's, and so they have to be able to withstand hospital washings and high temperatures and that sort of thing. And it's just, that's more rewarding. It's a part of me. Every quilt I make has a part of me in it.
Patterns and quilts go hand in hand, some with special meaning, some telling stories, while others a form of expression. It's these ideas, Emily Larson says, help create these pieces of art.
I think quilters are artists. They design, if it's your quilt, it's yours to do with how you want to do it. Not everybody maybe likes all of the quilts in here. They have favorites, but I like them all. I can pick something good out of every quilt.
And there were some nice ones out there for sure. Now, if you're interested in checking out this exhibit, it will be on display until August 18th. We'll have a link on our website, 3newsnow.com, with all the information. An Iowa nonprofit is doing its part in educating families about the science, the lifestyle, and connecting with nature while living on a farm. It's an opportunity many don't have a chance to experience, and why Golden Hills is inviting members of the community to check it out.
I want to connect people together, and what do we want? We want new experiences together, and the farm gives that opportunities.
Come on in here.
One by one,
Hi guys.
families staying at the Ronald McDonald House are getting off the bus to attend an ag arts camp at Maple Edge Farm in Hastings, Iowa.
Teaching young people where their food comes from with art as the tool. Food is art, and art feeds the soul.
Everyone who comes to these camps learn how food is grown, about soil, and the benefits of eating herbs,
And you can even taste it. Yeah.
while tasting fresh produce from a garden.
So many things like cilantro, it lessens your anxiety, it kind of cleans out the metals in your body. Basil helps with your gut health. Growing your own herbs and putting it in your salsas or your salads really can help you feel good.
Coming to the farm is something many of these families look forward to. They are currently staying at the Ronald McDonald House, home away from home for families and their children needing medical care.
The other one smelled better than this one.
9-year-old Jimena Perez has a brother undergoing surgery and says it's nice to get out of the hospital for a bit.
I'm excited to see like the animals and like how they live, because it's cool about nature, because you get to see all the stuff that like nature has made.
Campers can also express themselves.
It's a shaping,
Tim Berry from Hot Shops Art Center
thinning.
explains how different soil could be used to make all sorts of things.
It does spark everybody's curiosity, you know, because we're taking this material that most people, you know, don't understand, don't know what it is. From the first day I saw somebody throw a pot on the wheel, I was mesmerized.
And it's sparking that interest, the nonprofit says, is crucial to our well-being.
Kids and families need time out here, and it has a strong healing power.
The nonprofit is hosting 7 camps this summer. For more information on how you can take part in one of these camps, we'll have a link on our website, 3newsnow.com. After winning the 89th annual Midwest Spelling Bee back in March, 8th grader Stephanie Lewis will now compete in Washington, D.C. next week as part of the Scripps National Spelling Bee. We caught up with Stephanie to ask her about the big competition and representing Omaha.
Orthosticus.
Orthostichous.
With a list of words, Stephanie Lewis and her teacher are getting ready for next week, competing against other students from across the U.S. and other countries like Canada, Japan, and South Korea in the Scripps National Spelling Bee. But before making it to Washington, she had to win the Midwest Spelling Bee, and she did.
Congratulations, Stephanie. You are our champion. That's fantastic.
It was very surprising because it was my first time there and I was nervous. And I really didn't think that I would make it to like the finals.
Lewis says she got into spelling in the 5th grade after taking part in a required spelling test and discovering she had a passion for words. She's won her school's spelling bee 3 times and credits her dad with helping her along the way with what he calls combat studying.
Combat studying is like, if you get it wrong, then like you have to know this, and like he gives a little speech every time, like you should know this.
Lewis and her dad go over words a few hours a day, at least 3 days a week. And on top of that, she also studies with one of her teachers, Teresa Franks.
Yeah, she's an amazing student. She will do the work. She will get it right once she gets it wrong. And she's been a real joy to work with.
Frank says being a good speller isn't just about memorizing words, but being able to break down words by looking at its origin, meaning, and how it's used in a sentence.
We could cover 10 words, we could cover 60 words. It depends on how much learning we have to do in between.
RIVOROUS.
With every letter of every word, hoping to win big in D.C.
She was already in the upper echelons, and now I really think she's got a great chance.
And Lewis and her family fly out next week. Stephanie says she's looking forward to competing and making Omaha proud. The preliminaries are next Tuesday and Wednesday. The finals are next Thursday on ESPN. And big news for my family. My daughter Raven turned 2 months old this weekend, and one of our fans was nice enough to mail her a present. This is video from Friday. Lillian Wyatt called the station saying she made baby Raven a blanket and wanted to know if she could mail it to the station. It arrived the next day, and here it is. Here was the unveiling, and let me tell you, it was so nice, and I didn't even notice until I opened it that it said, "I love you, Mommy," and "I love you, Daddy" on it. And here are pictures of both my daughters. That's Raven right there, and that's Raven and my older daughter, Cora. She's 5. And yeah, it was just a really nice blanket. And again, I just wanted to say thank you for Lillian for watching and taking the time to make such a nice blanket for my
Yeah, it's
daughter.
always nice when the viewers really take notice. And she knew you had a new baby, and look how big. She's not a baby anymore. She's getting so big.
Yeah. Oh, she's got an appointment today, so we'll find out how much more she's grown.
And she needs that blanket right now because it's cold.
Yeah, we all could use that blanket.
It looked big enough for all of us to bundle up.
I know, chilly 30.
People from all over the world come to Omaha to check out the Henry Dorley Zoo. Last year, the zoo celebrated a major milestone. The zoo welcomed its 2 millionth visitor for the second year in a row. But what does it take to run one of the world's best zoos? I take you behind the scenes. Reporting live from Southwest Bakersfield, James Johnson, 23 ABC. There's in the newsroom, James Johnson, 23 ABC. Reporting live, James Johnson, 23 ABC.